Come on in, guys. Time for Feel Good Friday. Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Let me check. Got one in the house. Hello, hey sis. Hey sister girl. How you doing, girl? Trying to wait on some people to come into the room. All these people that told me they're gonna be here today. How you doing, Cheryl? Got two people in the house. Hello, welcome to Feel Good Friday. How y'all doing? Say hello when you come into the room. Got my bestie in the house. She says she's doing fabulous. And I am doing great. It is Friday, TGIF. I got 3 in the house. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. Come on in. Let's wait for some more to come in. If you're coming in, drop your name, drop in where you're chiming in from. Thank you for stopping in today. Make sure that when you come in, you thumbs up this live. If you have not subscribed, I hope that you are. I hope you have viewed a few videos and wanted to, so much so that you would want to subscribe. I appreciate you all for being here today. Thank you, Cheryl. Still waiting for people to come in. Hello, everybody. It is Feel Good Friday. I know the last Friday of Feel Good Friday, they were slow coming in. So hopefully this will be the same thing coming in. It is 7 p.m. I was here on time, 7 p.m. sharp. Tonight, we're going to continue our conversation about the generational gap. We got a few things that I wanted to cover that we did not. And then we're going to go into another topic. And that topic is, what's a good life to you? But we're going to finish up on our generational gap. So come on in. I got 3 people in the house. 2 people ain't saying who's here. You can drop your name or just drop where you're chiming in from so that I can give you recognition. Thank you for being here, though. Did you bring your favorite beverage? Tonight I'm drinking tea again in my mug that says Fearless. Drinking sweet tea. Thank you, Cheryl. I think me and Cheryl are going to be the only one chatting so far. Let's see if we got anybody else coming in. I'm going to give it about another 60 seconds, and then I'm going to get started. Cheryl says she's drinking tea with lemon. It's one of my favorites. All right, so I have been on here 4 minutes, well, 5 minutes right now. So I'm going to end this music. Hold on one moment. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I only have 2 in the house. Somebody left. Thank you all for stopping in today. I appreciate you for coming in today. And hopefully it'll be some people that would chime in a little bit later. If not, we're gonna roll as if we got a full house. That's how we do over here. We don't slack just because it's not a few people. It's power in just a few. Okay. So like last time we were here, we talked about some things that had to do with our generational gap. People mentioned things about the cars they had, the music they love. If any of you, if you weren't here last time, if you want to kind of tell us what generation you were in, a lot of people said that they were from the 70s and 80s. That was the main group of people that was in. They were teenagers in that era. So if you were a teenager in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s, it might even be somebody younger. It could be some people in here from the early 2000s. If that's the case, drop it in the comments. Let me know. And we want to talk about things that was prevalent in our era, what we liked, the cars we had, the music. We talked about the music. We talked about the hairstyles and just things that we enjoyed doing as teens. Some of the things that was mentioned was the parties that were in the basements with the blue lights. We had a really good conversation. We talked about the things that were different between this generation now as far as the way parents were parenting. So we had a really, really good conversation. So if anybody want to chime in and share any of those things. Cheryl said, I was in the house teen in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s now. Don't forget that. We were in the latter part of the 70s into the 80s as teenagers. And a lot of people talked about, what was their favorite. And I think 80s had the best music. That's just me. That's just what I think. 80s had the best music. It had the best house music. They had the best slow music. It was a lot of R&B at that time. So yeah, definitely was a great time. So since nobody is here to talk about the things, that we're going to stay on track today because I want this live to only be about an hour. So if you're coming in, I see 4 in the house. If you're coming in, if you want to say hello, if you want to drop what era you grew up in, if it was the 60s, 70s, or 80s, or 90s, or even the early 2000s, drop it in the comments and let us know. Cheryl said, yes, we were in the last part. Exactly, 100%. Yeah. So tonight, we're going to go on over. I got a few things left that I want to talk about with that, and then we're going to move on to the next topic because I don't want to stay on that one too long. So one of the things we didn't get to was like the style of clothing. And some of my favorites in that era for me was hip jeans, the hip hugglers, the bell bottoms, halter tops, the double belts. Y'all remember the double belts? We had double belts that we used to hang off of our jeans, and the big large hoop earrings. I think that was just like a trend. I mean, those are coming back. People are actually wearing those now. So those were some great things that I remember about when I was a teenager. And one of the things we talked about was that it was a village at that time. When you hung out in the neighborhoods, everybody took care of you. People watched out for each other. If I got in trouble with my mom, I could get in trouble with my neighbor. She would tell my mom, but my mama was okay with her correcting me. And in this era now, you can't say too much to kids because you might have a whole fight on your hands with their parents if you try to correct their children. So that was one of the things that we did talk about, and some of the good things. And we talked about what the cost of things, what was, more affordable at that time, and the way that inflation has increased. So there's a lot of pluses to from those times. So if you were in those years, you want to drop a comment, you're welcome to do so. So I got 3 in the house. Somebody keep bouncing in and out. I don't know if that's the same person, but we got 4 in the house. So tonight, I want to talk about a few other things that we didn't mention. We had the dial-up internet. Remember when you had to dial up and you hear that little do 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 do, and then the music that it played when the internet came on. It is so amazing how technology has advanced now, and we no longer have to do that. It just shows the advancement of technology. Also, we had Walkmans. Remember when we used to walk around with that Walkman with the cord and be hooked onto your pants to listen to our music? That was so funny. Some of the TV shows that we enjoyed was Family Matters and Full House. Who was in that era? Who was in that era at that time that remember those shows? If you're new into the chat, please drop a comment. Let me know who you are, if you want to share your name, or if you want to talk about what area you were in at that time. Please drop a comment. So right now we're just finishing up this conversation from the last live where we talked about our era. A lot of us was in the late 70s, 80s. I had some middle 80s people who graduated like in 85, 86. We did have one person there that actually graduated in the 70s, and that's my sister Betty J. I thought she was going to be here tonight. Maybe she'll join us a little bit later on. Some of the things also we didn't have was social media. We didn't have cell phones, and the internet was not, just dominating our lives. We actually interacted with one another. We were out and about. We like to see our friends. Here go Betty J. She's here. Thank you, Betty J, for joining us. We like having personal connection. We hung out with each other. We didn't sit at home all day long on the internet. We didn't have the internet like that anyway, but we definitely didn't have the cell phone, so we weren't able to, sit up on the, phones and stuff like that. So it was more personable. People like to get together. So I miss that personable interaction that we used to have. So yeah, but I cracked up laughing when I saw the Walkman. I was looking at something. Thank you, Betty, for sharing me out. I laughed so hard when I saw the Walkman because I definitely had one. I also had a pager too. So, you get that little beat and you could get that messenger. Then they got the pagers that had like the voice messages. I mean, yeah, you could hear it. They could say like a phrase and then you could hear it. And then you have to find a payphone or connect with that person at, some landline. And Cheryl said, I love talking on the phone with the long extension cord, visiting friends, playing in the street safely. Absolutely. That phone cord was just raveled up, wasn't it? Because we be stretching that cord and it would get all raveled up. Especially if you was talking to y'all like your little sweetie, you just be twirling the phone and it was just so curled up. Welcome, Cindy T. She's in the house. She said good afternoon, evening to all of those who are here in the chat. Thank you for joining us. If you're coming into the live, please make sure you thumbs up. Please make sure that you drop a comment if you would like. We're finishing up the conversation. We're not going to spend too much time on it. We're finishing up our conversation from the last Feel Good Friday about the things that was different between our generation, our era that we grew up as teenagers in comparison to the teens of today. And Betty J said, did y'all have a party line? We did before I came a teen. You mean the Soul Train line? Now that we did do. We had the Soul Train line and parties that you have. That was so much fun. And Betty J says, welcome to everyone in the chat. And I appreciate you all for acknowledging each other as you come into the live. I'm having some technical difficulties right now with these comments, so y'all bear with me. Thank you, Betty, for telling everyone to thumbs up my video. Make sure you thumbs up. Cheryl says, hang on one second. She said, oh yeah, the payphone, so much fun. Kids today are missing out on being connected to friends and family. And I agree with that. I always say I feel it's a place for technology, definitely, because it's just convenient, especially in hurries when you need to get a message to somebody. But I think a lot of us spend so much time on social media that we miss out on that personable connection. And Betty J said, no, the telephone party line. We did not have a private line. I'm trying to remember. We used to be able to connect other people. Is that what you mean? Where you could put other people on the line with you? And Betty said we stayed in the city too. And Cheryl is acknowledging Miss Betty J. That's my best friend, Miss Betty. That's Cheryl, my girlfriend. She's been in a few of my videos. If you all have watched some of my travel blogs, we've taken a lot of vacations together, and we got a good one coming up on next year. We're going to this special place. I'm not going to say what it is right now. But yeah, so those were some of the things that we did and we enjoyed as teens. So I'm going to move on from that conversation. I don't think anybody else have anything to share about the generation. Cheryl said, yes, we did, Lydia, but we were little. Okay. Okay. So she's referring to, I think, to Betty J's comment. I have 8 in the house. Please make sure when you come in, you give me a thumbs up. I want to share with you guys that I will be taking a break. And I think some people actually thought I was just leaving YouTube. I am not leaving YouTube. I have invested too much time into YouTube for the past 10 years, but I will be taking a break just for a few weeks just to kind of collect myself. I'm going to be revamping the channel with some new content. I'm going to try a different avenue of reaching my subscribers, because a lot of my subscribers are not watching the videos. And I am appreciative of all of the over 4,000 subscribers that I do have, but I will be taking a break for just a little bit from making videos. I will be doing my lives. I also will my podcast. So that will be shown on Sunday. Every Sunday, you'll see a podcast from me. But as far as the videos, I think I'm going to take about maybe a 3 or 4 week break. And so when I made that announcement, I started losing subscribers, guys. So I looked at it like this. If you left because I said I was taking a break, you weren't really a subscriber, a true follower anyway. So thank you for watching. I appreciate the time that you were here. So Miss Betty J said, I do know about breaks. I took off 6 weeks and felt a lot better. Yeah, I think a lot of times people don't realize that it's a lot of work going to making videos and editing. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys tonight. For those who may not have viewed any of my videos, especially the one that I just recently made where I said I needed a break. I will be taking a break for a few weeks on uploading videos. I think I've been doing like 2 to 3 videos a week, and I just got really, really burnt out and tired. And I have a lot going on in my life currently. So yeah, I got to take a little break so that I can rejuvenate. And then, like I said, I'm going to revamp the channel. So I appreciate your patience for all of you all who will patiently wait, that enjoy the content that I provide. So next we're going to move on to the next topic. I want to talk, this is still kind of in line with the other topic. What is a good life to you? You know, everybody is talking about, we want to live the good life. And I want to know from you guys, what do you consider to be a good life? You know, a lot of times people attribute a good life to having a lot of material possessions. For me, that's when I was younger, I think that's the way that I view life. And thank you. Welcome in Trish the Natural. She says, hi, Lydia, Live TV, and she's waving at everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for all of those in the house. I have an 8 in the room right now. Appreciate you guys, and thank you all. And thank you, Miss Betty J, for telling them to thumbs up the video. So we were continuing on the conversation from the last live about things we like. I currently just mentioned like clothing we like. I talked about the dial-up internet, Walkmans. Did you have a Walkman? Did you have a pager? So we talked about, I talked about a few things that I had. So Trish the Natural, everybody is speaking. Thank you all for connecting with one another. Trish said, I would like to say a good life is having your health, happiness, and comfort. I agree 100%. When I was younger, I thought about just the things that I wanted in life. And of course, it was always including having a man, having that house, that nice car, money. But as I have gotten older, I appreciate just having my peace of mind. As Trish said, having my health. That is so important. I think I skipped someone. Welcome in, Anastasia. Thank you for joining us tonight. She said, love, good relationships, peace, and financial security. That's absolutely great things. I absolutely agree with you. Cheryl said, being able to love our own family and friends is my main thing in life, and creating memories with the ones you love. That's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Betty J says, I love my life right now. For the last 10 years, retired, and love it with health and vitality. Really good 30-year relationship, which is a bonus. Peace and happiness. It's always great when you can find someone to share life with, someone that makes you happy. I have 9 in the house. Thank you for joining us. That's great. For me, guys, because of the things that my life has thrown me in life, having a peace of mind, as I state, comfort, having a comfortable place to live. I don't even have to have a lot because I'm very minimal now. I come from having a lot of things to minimize in my life. And I noticed once I uncluttered things in my life, I felt so much peace. I think travel for me would bring me the greatest joy, to be able to see this big, beautiful world that God created, and being surrounded by people who truly love me, whether it's family or friends, because sometimes family ain't always family, even if it's blood. So you can have family for people that you meet that are just friends. So having those people in my life is very, very important. Thank you so much, Betty J. And you guys are still speaking to each other. Trish the Natural saying hello. Oh, thank you, Betty J. She was saying thumbs up. The videos help me to grow. Yes, please help me to grow. I'm trying to continue this channel, and I thought about starting a new channel, but then I said, no, I've worked too hard on this channel. So we're just going to try to do some things to change up some stuff. I have some new content that will be coming to you. I will still be doing what I normally do, and that's inspiring and motivating people, but I got some new things I want to introduce to the channel. So while I work on that, just taking a break and having just some little rest from editing and things of that nature, I'll be creating some stuff that I'll be able to bring to you guys. So thank you all that are patient with me, that do enjoy the channel. Betty J said, no, keep the channel. Yeah, I'm going to keep the channel, Betty. I ain't going to get rid of this channel. I don't work too hard. 10 years of work on this channel. It's not going anywhere. So I want somebody else to share me what's a good life to you. Is money the most important thing in life? Have 10 in the house. Thank you for joining us tonight for Feel Good Friday. What you guys drinking tonight? I have my tea in my Fearless cup. Trish, okay, you guys are chatting with each other. I don't know if I want to put y'all chats up there with each other. But yeah, being able to just, like I said, live life on your own terms. I don't even look at wealth as far as money is concerned as something I have to have. If it comes, I'm not going to turn it down. But just like I said, being able to be comfortable, my health is the most important thing, because I feel like this. It doesn't matter how much money you have in life. If you are not healthy, it doesn't matter how are you enjoying it, because you're going to be worried about just getting better, getting health. And Cindy says she is drinking water. And Miss Betty J said she is drinking kombucha. I used to drink kombucha. I like that. I like the ginger lemon kombucha. Let me see if I missed any comments, because I was trying to get everybody here. Thank you for 9 in the house. And I know it's some people out there that have not commented, but let me say thank you for being here. Thank you for joining Feel Good Friday. I have one more coming up, which will be, I need to look at that date. I can't look at it right now, but it's going to be the first Friday in September. And I'm going to think of a great topic to kind of summarize this summer series of lives. And they have been going well so far. So I said this may be an occurrence that I start doing once a month, and then go from there and see how I like it. But the last one we had, I think we got up to about 17 in the house, and it was really, really a great conversation, talking about our childhood, talking about the things we miss, because I mean, life is life, right? Everything is expensive, gas, food, everything is just gone up. And it seems like it doesn't matter if you consider yourself to be living good. I think this inflation and the way the world is going has affected almost everybody, especially the working class. And the station said, I need to be drinking water. I used to have me a glass of wine on Feel Good Friday, but for the last couple ones, I haven't had any wine. I'm a little tired today. I had a long week, and last weekend I spent it with my grandchildren doing things. So you guys have not checked out that video where I had a day of my life. That's one that I wanted to really do for myself, to have for my grandchildren for later in life, so they can watch that video and remember some times when they spent with their grandmother. So I didn't get a lot of views on that video, but if you want to check it out, I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. Keep me trending, because YouTube like that. They like for you to be interactive. They like to see the comments, the thumbs up. So make sure you guys do that. And yeah, support your girl. Betty J said, I got a little wine in the fridge. I may finish that up. But yeah, guys, I want to hear some of your comments. So we can go back to the generational gap if you guys want to share some more. Trish, what are some of the things that you wore that you feel was your favorite outfits. I said hip hugler jeans, bell bottoms, and halter tops. What were some of your favorites that you used to wear? Do y'all remember the double belt? And I got a question on the floor here. I don't know if I only have ladies in the house. I may. So if I do, Anastasia says, ladies, is dating over 50 more difficult? Now I know my best friend is married. She's been married for 40 years. So she probably won't be able to chime in on that one. And I know Miss Betty J been married for, I think she said 30 years. And Betty J said, very short skirts in my time. I know that's right, Miss. Those mini skirts were nice. I didn't wear many of those, but yeah, that was definitely a trend in that time. And to answer Anastasia's question, dating over 50 can be difficult. I found as I got older that I was being approached by more younger people. So you have to make a decision whether or not you want to go that route, because sometimes I think, I don't know, older men may not be interested in that dating scene. So I was approached by guys that were at least 5, 6, 7 years younger than me. So if you're just in it to have dates, then that may be something you could, look at. But at this current time, I'm not really on the market for dating on that level, but I will occasionally have dinner or go out with someone like that. So it's just for the actual connection and conversation with another adult. So I don't think it's that hard. And Miss Betty J says, I know it's hard dating over 50 for sure. And I think if you're looking for relationships, it could be a little bit difficult. Now, this conversation went a whole nother way, guys, but I'm going to roll with it if that's what you guys want to talk about. And she also said, older men, hold on. She said, older men want younger women too. Absolutely. You will run into that problem. I had on the video that I did, I'm trying to think of it. It was the do's and don'ts of dating after marriage after divorce and or loss. And that video has gotten about 6,000 views, guys. And this man jumped in it just last week. Now, mind you, this video is probably, I think, 2 years old. I had a guy jump on that video and said, men don't want old women. And he said a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to share on here. And I just had to check him a little bit, because I said, that's someone to me that has been broken, that has been hurt, because for him to summarize all women over 50 as, the things that he was saying about it. If y'all want to check that video out, it's a really good video. And let's see what Anastasia says. She said, you are gorgeous, Lydia. Of course, younger guys are into you, honey, but I'm old. But thank you, though. I appreciate that. I don't care to date anybody as young as my children. I have a child. My son is almost 40, and I definitely don't want to date anybody as old as my child. Definitely don't. And, okay. Miss Betty J said, I am 11 years younger than my husband. All right, you go, Miss Betty J. That's what I'm talking about. And Miss Betty J also said, try to make it not a decade older or younger. I've heard that before. I don't know what the pros and cons of that is. Maybe because being too young would be really not mature enough for where you are mentally. Not saying that person is not an adult, but I think there is gaps when it comes to age, because sometimes you have moved past some of the things that people will like at that age. And as far as older are concerned, maybe they're just too old. If you're still a pretty active person, and maybe you just can't bring those worlds together. So I'm not really sure, but that will be my summary on why. And let's see what else we got here. And Cindy says, yes, older men are looking for much younger women. Okay, so I guess this conversation is going to get off of what I was talking about. We're just going to be talking about dating. So anybody in the chat for the other conversation, guys, I apologize. But we're going to roll with this video. But I want some of these married women in here to give us single women some advice if you want to do that. Cindy T says, yes, older men are looking for the much younger woman. Yeah, I'll say a lot of them are. And Cheryl is ringing your bell, Miss Betty J. She said, okay, you go. I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. But my salute to all of those who are in these, nice relationships that have been long lasting. If you were able to get married, or you're in a current relationship that has weathered the storm for decades, kudos to you. Kudos to you. I always admire that. Shirley's my go-to. If I needed some advice on marriage, I'm definitely gonna go somebody who's been married for 40 years that could give me some advice. So yeah, so I do respect her on that for being able to manage a relationship that many years. Let's see if we got any more comments. Miss Betty just say it's like a generational gap. You tend to have grown ups in another. You tend to have grown up in another time, like I am Dick Clark generation, and he is talking about different music I never heard of. I guess that's right. That's true. And that happened to me when I was a guy asked me out that was, let's see, at that time I think I was 50 and he was like 40. And the things that he enjoyed doing, I had long since stopped doing, because I'm not a clubber. And he was still hanging out in the clubs. He was still in that thing where he wanted to ride around with the boys and stuff like that. And I was just like, that ain't my thing. So yeah, I get it what you said, a generational gap. Sometimes it can be that way. Sometimes you can meet people who are much more mature for their age, but that's really rare. That's very rare. I think women tend to be much more mature, and it's no insult to men, but I think women tend to be much more mature than men when it comes to that. Because I just think it's just something that happens. Women seem to mature faster, I think. And Cindy said, not all of them, but a lot of them. I agree. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Betty J. Please thumbs up on your way in. I had 12 in the house. I'm down to 10. Thank you all for stopping in today. Anastasia said, I think high standards play an important role. You're definitely right about that. And I mean, don't ever change that. If you got standards, you stick to those standards. You don't change them because, just to be with someone else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for being here today. 10 in the house. I'm trying to go through the comments, make sure I haven't missed anybody. But yeah, hang on. Who is this that's just dropped there? I got a man in the house. Okay. Where are you, Lynn? What? Where are you? Get here now. All right. Where's my moderators? I don't know who that is. Anyway. And Betty J said, don't ever change. Betty J, do you know Joshua Robinson? I don't know who Lynn Richardson is anyway. I don't know who that is. But thank you, Mr. Joshua, for stopping in. If you got something you want to add to the comment, we welcome great comments, positive comments, respectful comments, okay? So, yeah, ladies, so y'all want to continue this conversation? And Cheryl, my best friend, says, for me, sharing Christ together, lots of prayers. Oh my goodness, thank you, girl. Being a good friend to each other, love in spite of all the ups and downs and blessings. Oh my goodness, you could not have said that better. You're definitely right. You definitely gonna have to pray. You definitely gonna have to pray because okay, I'm gonna have to block him because I don't know who that is. Can't come on here talking crazy. But yes, definitely have to pray together and make sure you're good friends. I believe in all of that. From myself, of being married before, definitely having a great friendship is very, very important. Cindy said Joshua is a troll. I think he is too. But Joshua is gone. He's been banned. So he might be watching, but he can't comment. My moderator is not here today, so I had to take care of that myself. Since I'm small, I can handle that. Yeah. But yeah, I think, high standards is important, and not changing your morals or your values, and for where you are at this stage of life, because sometimes you get in, you meet people and they want you to do things that maybe it's things that you wouldn't consider doing. And if it's something that you have is a value of yours, I don't think you should have to change that just to be with someone. You want to meet somebody that you can actually find balance with, that you guys can share commonalities. And sometimes you may like someone, but it just doesn't work. So yeah, definitely. Betty J says, long-term relationships should be easy. If you have the right person, we still say please and thank you. And that is simple, so important. I agree with you. I think you can't take people for granted just because you've been with them. You still should be able to respect them and appreciate the things that they do. And she also said, nothing is perfect, but can be good. Absolutely, Miss Betty J. And my girlfriend says, amen, Betty J. Thank you all for y'all comments. Thank you all for sharing to my long-term married women in the house here. We appreciate that. And I do have a lot of women on this channel who are single. I think I got a good mix, actually, because it is a lot of women who come through that are married as well. And I think that we could balance each other out. And Miss Betty J said, I still pat him on his butt. Okay. All right, Miss Betty J. TMI. But yeah. Cindy said exactly, Betty J. Yeah, I think you got to keep it fun. You got to keep it fun. I got 8 in the house. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you thumbs up when you come in. I think that is great. We have some ladies in the house that still find it fun, still enjoying each other even now. For some reason, people think when you get to a certain age of life that you cannot still enjoy life and have a good time with your significant other and get out and enjoy life. I'm gonna tell you guys, as long as I got breath in my body, I'm still gonna get out. I'm still gonna do things. I want to travel, guys. I want to get out and I want to see the world. I want to experience a lot of different things. And I remember I recently went to visit my daughter in DC. And we were downtown, and DC is a walkable city. And if you're going to do the whole tourist thing in DC, you're going to get out and walk. So we were out walking, and my daughter was like, we're going here, Mom. And she was like, and we're going to be walking. Are you going to be okay? And I looked at her. I said, I could probably outwalk all y'all. You know what I'm saying? For years, I lived in a walkable city. I lived downtown Memphis, and I walked everywhere I went, all day, every single day. And I was just like, and then they couldn't keep up with me and my walking. I was walking too fast after that. But I think it's just a stigma, or the way people think, they stereotype people at certain ages. They feel like because you reach this age or that age, that you're not capable of doing certain things, that now you're old and you can't, and that you need to be sitting down. But as long as God got this breath in my body and I'm energetic, I'm going to still get up. I'm going to get out. I'm going to have fun. I like hiking. I like all of that. So yeah, it's funny to me. It's funny to me the way that people look at us because we're older. All right. Y'all can share that in a private chat, okay? Miss Betty J said, yes, keep it fun. And I can appreciate that from you guys. I can appreciate that from you guys. But like I said, don't stop living life. You guys, still do those things you love. If you got hobbies, or at this stage of life, you should be trying to create a hobby. If you don't have things that you enjoy doing, find some things to do. My best friend, she likes to knit. Is it knit or crochet? It's one of the two. I don't forget. Betty said, okay, we done. Okay, we done. Miss Betty J, you're going to have to give a live about keeping it hot. Okay, maybe that's something you could do on one of yours. And I'll also get a chance to catch up on a lot of my videos that I've been missing, because I actually have been missing a lot of people that I follow because I got burnt out, guys. Got burnt out. So my best friend says she likes to crochet. And for me, I like photography. I like podcasting. I like music. I sing a little bit. I love to dance. And I think just because you get older, I ain't gonna call it old, because you get older does not mean that you cannot have a good time. Betty J said, I have to do evening for that. Oh yeah, that's right. It would probably be better to be an evening video. But that would be one I definitely gonna tune into, because I would love that one. Let me see if I missed. Thank you all for being here. 8 in the house. Make sure you thumbs up the video on your way in. I appreciate you guys. We've been on for 40 minutes, and I plan for this live to go for an hour because your girl got some plans tonight. So yeah, so we're gonna be at an hour. But I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming in. And I definitely really wanted to continue. I wanted those guys that were here the last time to show up, but they did not. I think it was CV baseball cards, rooted in essential oils. Are y'all in the background somewhere? Okay, y'all just laughing. She said, okay, now we got plans. Yes, ma'am, honey. I'm still living life. But yeah, guys, yeah, keep living, keep enjoying life. 11 in the house. Keep enjoying life, ladies. Just because you guys have gotten to a certain age of life doesn't mean life is over. I know a lot of us have responsibilities. Like for me, I moved back home to help assist with my mother because she's going through some challenging times at this stage of her life. My mother is 81 years old, and unfortunately, she suffers from dementia. So I came home, and that's a sacrifice. And I do talk to a lot of women who have those types of situations where they're totally caring for their parents or their grandmothers or or even children. And sometimes that comes with making a sacrifice for your personal time, and it can be difficult. But whenever you can, try to do some things that you enjoy. And Cheryl says she likes taking pictures, capturing memories with her cell phone, horseback riding. Yeah, we had a great time horseback riding when I came to visit her, and the beach. Y'all know I love the beach. The beach is probably my favorite, all-time favorite place to go. And I'm supposed to be taking a trip this October to Hawaii. And if I do that, you guys know, y'all know I'm going to definitely be vlogging that. And both the guys are married. I'm not sure. I must have missed something. I missed something along the way. But yeah, keep living life, guys. As I stated, 10 in the house. Keep living life, keep enjoying life, doing things that you love, and don't allow people to dictate to you how you should be at this particular stage of your life. Keep enjoying it. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about the generational gap. I wanted to talk about the things that we enjoy doing, and if you're able to still get out. And one thing about me, I don't follow trends. Never have. Even when I was in high school, I never was a person who followed what the crowd was doing. I always was different. I remember my mom telling me that. She used to tell me, you dress different. You don't dress like everybody. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have the same, everybody had the same shoes. If it was a pair of shoes that came out, everybody got those shoes. If it was a certain type of jean, everybody wanted. I always wanted something different. I never followed trends, and to this day, I am still that way. And I do love that about myself. And, I just find it exciting to just be me. Let's see what Tristan Natural says. Lydia, life to you. My mom is 84 and I have to take care of. See, this is what I'm talking about. The same situation. We get in these situations, and I don't look at it as a sacrifice, but it's a responsibility, and it's a huge one. And it comes with making sacrifices of things that you can no longer do or you have to put on hold. And that's just life. And, unfortunately, we have to do it and see it through. But I still continue to try to keep myself together so that I am able to do things. And I'm just blessed. I have a younger brother, who was spoiled his whole entire life. And my mom took care of him her whole life. And to this day, she still does. So he is the person, her direct caregiver, and we just assist her. So because of her being a woman, women got to have women helping. So we do that. But I appreciate him, though. I really do appreciate him because he works from home and he's able to be there with her like that. But, life is difficult. It can be difficult. And I just continue to do what I can do and live my life to the best. And I stopped stressing. And that was a very big part of being able to have the best life I can. 12 in the house. Cindy said, I still don't follow trends. I like to march to the beat of my own drums. Girl, you could not have said that better. And because of that, a lot of times you will be judged. You'll be judged if you don't act like everybody else. If you're different, you will. I am a person that I used to consider to be, people used to call me a introvert. I don't consider myself to be an introvert. I just don't. I'm not the type of person to get in a crowd and ever got to be noticed. I like to get to know people. And if I can connect with you, then you see more of my personality. But sometimes you get around people and you're just not vibing those people. Their lifestyles are just a lot different from yours and you just don't mesh. And I think the older you get, that's what happens to friendships. Because you might have had friends when you were younger that you were close to. And then as you get older, you start realizing that the things you enjoy is like this. You live different lifestyles. So you kind of drift apart. My girlfriend Cheryl and I've known Cheryl since I was 10 years old, guys. Can you believe that? 10 years old. When I used to go visit my grandmother, they lived next door, a couple doors down from my grandmother, and we used to play outside. And then as children, and so then we went to different elementary schools, different junior high schools, and then we reconnected in high school, and we have been friends ever since. And I appreciate having a friendship that has been almost my entire life. Right, Cindy? Cindy said, I like what I like. Thank you, Betty. Yes, please thumbs up. 11 in the house. I appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah, I will always say that. And, I don't let things bother me. I don't let, it used to be a time when I used to get aggravated and I used to worry about the thoughts of other people. And I think we kind of grow. And I think maturing as you get older, you kind of get out of that. I could care too what anyone thinks of me. And I was just like, one day I woke up and I was just like, why? Why do I care? What importance does this person play in my life? Just be me. Just whatever you want to do with your life, you just be you. Either people gonna like it or they're not. And if they don't like it, okay, fine. You go your way and I go mine. Nobody's hurt. Everybody's still living life. Ain't nobody lost anything. We're good. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. 11 in the house. So yeah, as Cindy said, just, like what you like. Be who you want to be. It doesn't have to be something that resonates with everybody around you. I think I've done so many videos about that. Well, yeah, that was Cheryl said, no, we went to Avondale Elementary also and graduated high school together. Yeah, that was elementary school when we were like 10. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's my girl right there. That's my best friend. We done been through some stuff. We done had friends that we've lost together. We had some rocky moments, but you know what? We've been together. And even though we got different moms, that's my sister. That is my sister. Cindy said, I love it that you and Cheryl have been since childhood. Yes, ma'am. I said, if you have one friend in your life that you have like that, you got a friend. I don't care if I don't get any more. I love meeting people. I love meeting women all over the world. I've met some dynamic women through this platform. I've met women, just on the job and connecting and stuff through social media and different things like that. But, if I never have another great friend, I got that one friend, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Yeah, we got 11 in the house. Anybody want to share anything else about themselves? And just say, yes, you are so right, Liddy. Yes. So yeah, basically that is all I'm talking about, is that just be you. Just be you 100% of the time. Either people gonna like you or not. People get so sensitive on this platform, and I have watched little cat fighting in the back, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with these women? What is going on? And it's just a shame that, it's so much cattiness when it comes to women that we cannot respect one another, not in the diversity and the differences that we have, that we can't appreciate that. I love looking at a room of women who are just very diverse and in every, sense of the word. I can appreciate that, especially when it's my sisters. And I love it. I absolutely adore that. Miss Betty J, do you want to share when your tea party is? We got people in the house that might want to join the tea party. Make sure you thumbs up. Miss Betty J has a tea party that's coming up here in August. I don't know the dates, Miss Betty J, so if you want to share that, I will definitely put it on the screen. It's been a group of people that have been getting together, and we dressed up wearing our little tea party attire, you know, the hats and the gloves, and it's been amazing. It's been some beautiful hats in here. So I'm looking forward to the next one. I've been able to attend the last two, guys. So if there's any ladies here in the chat that want to join that and come watch that, that is great. If Mr. Betty J want to share when her next tea party is. And she put here the last Sunday in this month, not sure about the time, maybe a little later this time. So if she when she does post the time for her tea party, I will put it on my community page so that any of my followers that are here today would like to join or come over. I mean, I don't know if you'll be on the panel, but if you want to join the live and be a part of that, it'd be all types of conversation. It'd be men in there. It's a great, diverse, very diverse group of people, and I have enjoyed being a part of that. That's what life is about. I really do. So we have been on here 51 minutes. We have about 9 minutes left because your girl got to get ready, and she's going to get out and have a good time tonight. So any last comments from anybody? I want to thank you all that have joined the live today. Thank you all. The conversation started out on one thing and we went totally left, but it's okay. It's okay because I wanted to follow the way that the conversation was going. Thank you, Miss Betty. She said this has been a great chat. Yeah, it has been a great chat. I have enjoyed doing these chats. So I'm going to come up with something totally different for the finale. We may, we'll touch on some things, but if you ladies have any thoughts of things that you want to talk about, I don't care how deep it is, we can definitely do that. Ms. J said the combo has been all over the place. It definitely has been. And my best friend said, I have enjoyed this time. It was awesome. Thank you, Cheryl, for joining. Cheryl hasn't been a part of my lives, but she did watch my video. So I do appreciate my girlfriend for being here. Matter of fact, she had just called me prior to us coming on this stream. And she said, what you doing? And I said, I'm trying to get ready for my live Feel Good Friday. And she remembered. So she said she was going to jump on. So I appreciate Cheryl for joining us today. It has been great. And Cheryl, check out Miss Betty J. You might like some of her videos. She has some great stuff. And Trish the Natural. Now you're natural too, so you might want to follow Trish the Natural as well. Guys, I'm sorry I don't have what thing called Nightbot. So if you guys want to share your channels, I'll put it on the screen. But I'm gonna try to get that set up. Okay. And Miss Betty J said yes, and it's so great to meet you. Nine's still in the house. Oh, you was on the last one. You watched the video. I don't think you was at the live though. All right. And Trish said, yes, this has been a great chat and inspiring. Thank you, Trish. And Cheryl said, I would definitely check you ladies out. Thank you, girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you all. I have 9 still in the house. So I want to thank you all for joining the live today. We were finishing up the generational gap. We just touched a little bit on that. And then we got to talking about what a good life is to us. Anybody else want to share what a good life is to them? Like I said, for me, peace of mind, good health, just being comfortable, being able to do some things that I enjoy, having a purpose in life, having a passion for something. If you don't have a passion for something to do in your life, that got to be a very boring life. You got to have something in your life that you're aspiring to want to do, to enjoy. I definitely do. And one of the things on my list is traveling. I want to see a lot more of the world. And during the pandemic, we had to sit down for a while because, we weren't able to get out. And I think once that was lifted, people just started traveling all over the place. People started desiring to see more. And that's definitely high on my list. And I'm looking forward to maybe retiring, like I said, or I ain't gonna say maybe. Let me take that out of my mouth. At the end of 2024. And one of the things that I talked about doing, I told my girlfriend, I'm just gonna get out and see a lot of the world. That's what I really, really want to do with my life. And Betty J said, quietness in the home, no kids running around. I've always dreamed of that moment, simple things. I absolutely. One thing about me, I have grandchildren. I actually have 4. And I love my grandchildren with all of my heart. I do anything for them. I spoil them to death. But it is at a certain age of life, after you have raised children, you do appreciate having that peaceful, quiet time. So I can select when I want to have them around and do things with them. But I do love those moments. Last weekend, like I said, I had a sleepover, watched that video, and we had a good time. But I'm telling you guys, I wore out. I was wore out. And Trish said she's putting her channel on the, that's her channel, Cheryl, if you want to go check out Trish the Natural. She has some great stuff about natural hair products, styles, all of that. Wash and goes. Cheryl has that natural hair too, so I know you would enjoy her channel. Let's see if I got anything else up here. Any more comments? We got 4 minutes left. And I appreciate you ladies for being engaging and commenting. And even though there's people in the background that didn't say anything, let me thank you all for joining. I have 10 currently watching. Thank you all for being here. And Cheryl Betty J's channel is just like her name. So if you want to check her out. And Cindy, that's right. Cindy's in the house. I think she's talking to Trish or Betty J. I don't know if you follow Betty J right now or not, Trish. But Cindy said, oh, she's talking to Trish. I will check out your channel. And Trish, my girlfriend, says, great. Can't wait to check you out. So much fun. Yes, we have had fun tonight. Like I said, even though it was all over the place, and sometimes you can't control the way lives are going to go. You got to just follow what the people want. So if that's what you guys want to talk about, I was okay with it. Plus, I think it was just a bunch of women in here anyway. So, you know, we love talking about girl stuff. So that's fine. Maybe that could be, you know, the next topic, just girl things that girls love, hair, whatever, beauty, health, you know, whatever, dating. Maybe we can go that route. But that always going to attract a man, right? Because Josh jumped in here. Joshua. I don't know who he was talking to, but he was talking crazy for sure. Thank you all for being here, guys. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody's comments. Got 3 minutes left. And Betty J, I did miss that one. She said, thanks everyone for the chatter. I appreciate everyone who has been a part of this. Trish says, thank you, Lydia, for the shout out. I appreciate it. You're welcome, guys. Yes. Great topics. Yeah, I think those are great topics. But yeah, Miss Betty, I'm going to be looking forward to that. That video you said they have to be at night. I am looking forward to that. Yeah. So guys, I guess we're going to wrap it up. 10 in the house. Let me make sure before I go, I tell you guys. Can somebody look up the first Friday's date for me for September so I can put that out there? But let me tell each and every one of you, you all have been amazing in the support you guys have given me over these few years. And some of you that I just recently met, I do appreciate your support and watching videos and interacting with you guys. I am not gone from YouTube. I think today about 10 people unsubscribed to me because of my video. And I was like, wow, I said, just because I'm not making videos. But, you know, sometimes you have to do what you got to do for you. You know, I do put these videos out to encourage other people. But at the same time, I got to be healthy in my mind, body, and spirit as well. So for me, I need a little bit of a break to kind of recoup, rest, get myself, rejuvenated so that I can give good content, because that's what I plan to do. I want to give things that resonates with people, that people enjoy, people will engage with. So thank you all. And I thank you all for being a part of these lives that I've done, these last 3 lives. And like I said, I have one more for the summer series. It is September the 1st. 10 in the house. September the 1st. Put it on your calendars. It's going to be an epic finale. So make sure y'all tune in. Guess what? I may put a link down so someone can come up with me. How about that? I'm going to put a link down so that someone can join me on the finale. That would be great so that we can have more interaction. So make sure you put that on the calendar. Miss Betty J said September the 1st. And Cheryl said, yeah, thanks sis, September 1st. And Trish is thanking everybody for looking her up. So guys, my time is up. Let me get my music going here. Let me thank you all. 10 still in the house. Thank you for coming tonight, being a part of Feel Good Friday. I appreciate you guys. You all have been amazing. I love you all. I'm going to take a little break, but I will be back. But make sure you tune in. I will still have my podcast up on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I will be there. So I appreciate you all. Love you much. Thank you, Cheryl. Let me go through and thank all my folks that were here today. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Betty J. Thank you, Cindy T. Thank you, Trish the Natural. Thank you, Anastasia. I am Betty J Gathers. We were just having a conversation, guys. It was just us, but it was more people in the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody, that I missed a comment. I think I got everybody that actually was a part of the comment, but just because you didn't comment don't mean you weren't appreciated. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous weekend. Whatever you may be doing, please be safe. And I will see you guys later. Take care. Love you much.